Alan Page, Leaning Tree. We're talking turkey today. What I got right here is my little owl hoot. Got a little owl on the front of it. You need a little owl hoot? Let me know. Look me up on Leaning Tree Game Calls on Etsy. And this is my other turkey call I make. This is a really unique call. It's 8th generation. I mean, I made it 8 different times. I've improved it every time. So what it has, one thing, you have your stick on a string. You'll never lose it. It's also designed so it will snap in place like this, and you can wear it around your neck when you want to carry it. And then when you're ready to play, when you first sit down, if it's been sitting around your neck, it's going to be rubbed, and it's going to rub all that roughness off. So you got to condition it. So you have a small stone on your stick, you lay it flat, and you do a 45-degree angle like that, an X pattern on your call. And then you do it on aluminum. When you do the aluminum and copper, put a little bit more pressure on it because it's a harder metal. It takes a little bit more to rough it up. Now, when you gotta also rough up the end of your stick, right here on your stick, think of your stick as a bowl, okay? So it's round, okay? You don't play it here, you don't play it on the side, you play this on the curve. So when you hold your stick, you hold it on that curve and you just turn, and see the little stone right there? You just turn your stick around and pull it against it, and you rough up your stick. Now everything's been conditioned, now it's ready to play. So you can play aluminum. And here's your red slate, has a different pitch. Curve. Go over to the copper. Has a really sweet sound too. And then you got aluminum. That's just really high pitch. I'll make a excited call here. Sometimes that really tears up the toms because the aluminum is kind of like a breeding sound to me. And then when you get all those different sounds, I always pull the string away from me so it doesn't get in my way. And how I play my call is very different than most people. Most people I see, they'll pick it up like a pencil and they'll move their whole hand up and down, all this movement, you know, and they sound pretty, you know, they can do little twirls. If that's what you like, you can do that. I want to show you how I do it, and maybe you'll like this way too. I use these 2 fingers as pressure point, okay? I take my center finger right here, and I put it against it. I take these 2 fingers, and I rest it against the side. So when I play it, I take my center finger, and I push it with my center finger. The difference in the way I showed you before in this is you get better rhythm. You can't move your whole hand in the same rhythm as you can move your finger. That's the difference. And you can do this with any type of slate call. You just learn how to do that. Just rest it on the side and use that finger, and you get that really sweet sound. The purrs. So try that. Every one of my calls comes with instructions and tells you all how to do this. But I put this YouTube up so I can show you guys in person better. Another really unique way to call that has worked really well for me in the past is a curiosity sound. What's the curiosity sound? It's when a hen comes up and sees you and trying to figure out what your silhouette is, or it sees a snake somewhere and it's popping at it, trying to figure out what it is. What it does is it sounds like this: pop, purr, pop, purr, pop, purr. You can do it on any of the slates. Pop and purr. I'll tell you what, I've killed a lot of toms with that call. But it works really well when they're in the field and they're out there strutting. Well, they don't expect that old hen to, you know, for him to come to her. He's wanting that hen to come over to him out in that middle of that field. So he's hard to move. But you do a pop and a purr, he says, something's curious over there. What's that hen fussing about? Let me go see. And he'll walk over and get a little bit closer to the edge of the woods. Next thing you know, you got a nice tom. So try that pop and purr. Works really well in the field. And If you ever need a pretty call, just go to Epsy on Leaning Tree Game Calls. This is one of my best-selling calls, all 5-star reviews. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. This is another call I make. This is a unique call. It's like a wing bone. This one's made out of dogwood tree. Got a little dogwood right there and a turkey on the back. All my calls have artwork on them that I do with a wood burner. This has a copper tube and it's flattened on the end so it fits your mouth just right. Difference in this one than most trumpets. Most trumpets don't have a hole right here. I put this hole in here so I can get different tones. So if I just open it up, that's wide open. If I want to shut it off, gives you a little bit different tone there. If I want to be a little bit more quiet or a little whine, I put it flat on my hand just like that. I just play through the hole. They love that sound right there. Killed a lot of turkeys with this call alone. This call will work in the rain, the snow, it doesn't matter what it is. It will always produce. So if you have this around your neck, you always got a call that'll work if it starts raining. The slate, no, it ain't gonna work when it gets wet. I don't have any way to fix that. All right, this is what you call a wing bone. I make these guys too. The one thing you always want if you make your own, I want to show you guys how to make a wing bone in some of my future videos so you can make them yourself. But see how the inside and the end, I left all the guts in it. Those little fibers is what keeps the bone strong when the turkey's flying. But a lot of people take those out that make turkey calls at all the shows, and it makes them brittle for one thing, and it takes away a lot of the sound. What I do is, after I make it, I take a 1/8 inch bit and I'll drill 2 or 3 holes right in here just so I can open up that density so it's got enough air going through it. And then the night before I go hunting, I put this whole thing in a glass of water and it soaks in water from here down. And all those little fibers in there will get soft. And I mean, it has the prettiest sound you ever heard. This is dry right now, but if it was wet, the tone would be even better and have more vibration to it. So those are my turkey calls. I know turkey season still open up in Pennsylvania. Ours is just over. We had kind of an odd season this year. I think the birds bred really early because we had a lot of hot spells. And the birds just were not hot and they were not gobbling at all. And we just had a rough time trying to find a bird. I mean, they even went back in the woods. They weren't even in the fields out strutting at all. And then towards the end of the season, like next to the last day, I finally had big rain and I knew they'd be out in the field that afternoon. I went out about 2 o'clock and found me 3 big toms and pulled them in and got one 35 yards, shot him with my new gun, my new Browning pump. And it was a lot of fun. And got a pretty bird then, but sometimes that season just is different than others. You know, last year by this same time, I had called in 8 toms within 35 yards. So it just depends on the season, when they breed, where they bred out already. And I mean, I saw 2 toms out in the field and a hen walked in between them and the toms didn't even look at her. I said, they've already bred. So that's pretty much the sign. I hope you guys up there in Pennsylvania, you got some hot birds that are gobbling away. Because I think I had one day I heard gobbling. All right, Leaning Tree Game Calls. Keep an eye on me, like me if you will, and follow me. I'll be putting up lots more videos on different calls I make and just hunting and fishing and how to cook wild game, how to prepare birds and so forth. I'll see you soon at Leaning Tree.